Welcome to Whachacha's Tabletop World, channel devoted to the love of board gaming. My name is Sweetness Whachacha, and this is my overview of Dorfromantik. If you'd like to see my thoughts on the game, click on the link on the screen or down below. So this is going to be a spoiler-free review for this simple and easy to set up game.
You will make two piles of tiles. One of the white back tiles, which are the tasks, and one of the green back tiles, which are called landscapes. You will place the task markers number side down in a random order within easy reach. Then, you will draw and place tiles from the task pile until there are 3 in play, following the placement rules we will discuss in a moment. And you're ready to start. There are 5 different landscapes: grain, forest, stream, village, and the train tracks. There are 5 matching types of task markers to go with each. They are numbered 4 to 6. Now let us see how the game flow works. On your turn, you will first check and see how many task tiles with markers on them there are. If there are less than 3, you will draw and place task tiles until you have 3. You will always have 3 in play. Anytime you draw a task tile, you will place the tile face up and add one of the face down task markers matching its icon to it so the number is visible. So in this case, a forest. You will add it following the placement rules we will discuss momentarily. If you have 3 in play, then you will draw from the landscape tile stack instead. This is the bulk of the game. You will draw and place tiles into the tableau. When you add a tile, there are just a couple of rules to remember. Firstly, you must connect at least one of the 6 sides of the hexagon to another tile in play. If the tile has a stream or track on it, they must always match edges of their type. So you couldn't do this, or later add a tile like this. Landscapes are considered connective if they share an edge. So these 3 grain tiles are connected, but this 4th grain tile is not. This is an important concept we will explore further.
But before we look at the last couple of restrictions, first let's look and see how you score points. The goal of the game is to attain the highest score possible. It is not possible to lose this game.
When you connect enough tiles together to meet the amount on the task marker, as soon as you place the connected tile, you will remove the task marker and set it aside to score later. Then, the next turn you will have less than 3 task tiles out, and will draw from that stack. It is possible to score multiple task markers in one move, such as by placing this landscape tile here. You would then place both task markers aside to be scored later. And when you draw your next tile, you would then draw from the task tile stack, place that, and do that same thing again as you would still have less than 3. There are just 2 more restrictions to understand now that you see how you complete tasks. You cannot place a task tile if it would close off the territory with less than the task marker requires. Like in this example, you could not place this task tile as it needs 5 and there are now only 4 tiles connected. You would have to place it in this way instead. You would also could not place it into a territory with more connected tiles than it requires, such as in this case, placing this task requiring 4 into a territory having 6. This only applies when placing the task tiles. If you place a landscape tile in the same way, that cuts off a territory or joins 2 territories to exceed the amount needed, you simply remove the task markers and return them to the box. This is a useful strategy sometimes when you want to draw new and different tasks from the stack. If you have planned well, you can sometimes get streaks and place a number of tiles by clearing out markers you are unlikely to score. One last type of tile you will find is a flag landscape tile. At the end of the game, you will score points for the amount of matching landscape tiles that are closed off and connected to the flag. So this flag would score 4 points as all the grain is closed off, where this flag would score nothing as one of its connected landscape tiles is not connected.
Now the game will end when the landscape stack runs out. Then players will total up their scores.
First, you will score the points from the trail markers you set aside. So for grain, you would get 14 points. Do this for all the terrain types. Then you will score your flags below, as we saw earlier. And then you get to score points for your longest stream and set of tracks. So in this case, 8 and 7. Add all that up, and now it is time for one of the best parts of the game.
This game features a campaign system. You'll keep track of this on your campaign log. When you reach different milestones, you'll unlock new rules, components, and other achievements that you'll be able to meet.
The game comes with a pad you will use to keep track of your progress. You will take the score you attained and round it down. So in this case, our number 127 becomes 120. You write the game number on this space. You can have multiple games listed on each. Then you will take this number and cross off a number of these circles equal to it. When you reach these spaces, you will be instructed to open boxes and add new achievements to your game, which you will keep track of here. New tiles, components, and rules are explained as you reveal them. They are contained in 5 boxes that remain closed until you are instructed to open them.
And that's the game. Nothing too drastic is going to be added to the game to change it, but you will get new components, some new tiles, some new achievements to go for, just minor things that are going to tweak and change the rules. And then you're going to just keep playing for the highest score possible to keep unlocking more and more of those opportunities. That's the overview. If you'd like to see my thoughts on the game, click on the screen or down below. But for now, I gotta roll.